strikeouts. Just talk about Lively's outing in general.
I mean, obviously Ben pitched great. He did. That's a Friday night game in college baseball in a lot of places and a lot of venues tonight. And that's what it's going to be. Two outstanding pitchers. First of all, their pitcher did a great job. He was very, very good. And he did a good job, and he and Ben were going pitch to pitch the whole night, and that's what it takes, on Friday night. And I thought Ben did what he does. He went pitch to pitch, he competed, reared back, got the extra when he needed it, and did a great job. And obviously, we got the big 2-out hit there, the big hit, obviously, that got the game-winning run there from Hempy. So I thought overall, guys did a good job. We hung in there, and I just told them, this is what it's going to be like most Fridays, coming up. So it was a good win.
Moved the order around. You got Hempy batting at the top, and that was the guy who got that much-needed run. Just kind of talk about that change and how big that hit was.
Well, I mean, obviously, there's a couple reasons that I made the switch the other night. First of all, I mean, Hempy's a great hitter. Hempy's a great hitter wherever he hits in the lineup. But JoJo has been up there, and JoJo can do 1, 2, 9. JoJo can do a couple things, and at the end of the day, the leadoff hitter, you need to get on base. That's a big part of it. So we're trying to get a little bit more balance in our lineup and try to get some guys on base instead of just hitting all the time. But listen, at the end of the day, Hempy's, no matter where he hits in the lineup, he's going to hit, and obviously that was a huge hit tonight.
How much thought did you have to give to letting Lively go out there for the 8th inning when he was already over 100 pitches?
There's a little thought. Listen, I know Ben was good. I mean, there's a couple things. Number one, you judge it. You're going to judge it by where he is. Meaning what does he look like? If the ball's getting up. And listen, Ben is a strong, athletic, competitive guy. I thought without question that our charts had him at exactly 100 pitches after the 7th inning. So he was going out there, but I didn't want him to go really past about 120. He ended up with I think it was 115 on our chart. So he deserved it. He earned it, and the opportunity to go out there in a 0-0 game and get another inning. He did a great job.
How big was it to get the win and put those last 2 games behind you?
Well, I think it's huge. I think it's huge. Obviously, the big picture is we need to get our offense going. I mean, that's pretty clear. I'm glad we got the big inning, we got the hit. At the end of the day, we need to get our offense going. I mean, we haven't really swung the bat in 3 games, to be honest with you. And that's a little bit of a concern of mine. We need to address that. But the guys bottom lined it. But obviously, at the end of the day, you got to win game 1, and that was big.
Spencer Davis came in, got the save for you today. You've used a couple different guys in that role. Matulis has seen a couple innings there. Anything specific why you brought in Davis today?
More of a right matchup. That's kind of what it was. I had Matulis, and Matulis and Spencer are late guys for us, and it was a righty basically leading off, and that was really the only reason. If there was 2 lefties, I probably would have gone with Chris. But if there's 2 righties, so I stayed with Spencer.
Was Matulis available to pitch today?
Yeah, he was. I mean, Matulis was hot. He was ready. Matulis is in the pen. He was ready to go. I might have brought him in there if I had a lefty come up. But that's the only reason. I got confidence in both of those guys. We just played the matchup.
Winthrop's somewhat of a small school coming out of the Big South. A win against you guys probably would have been big for them. Do you guys feel like you're going to have a target on your back when you guys face these small schools like that, Bethune as well?
Oh, that's a great question. First of all, I don't know necessarily a target on our back, but I think everybody knows the success that this program has had the last couple of years. So we're not sneaking up on anybody, that's for sure. I think everybody knows this is a very good team that we have, and it's a great college baseball environment. So, as far as small schools, there's no such thing. I know when you talk about college baseball, I mean, listen, that Winthrop is an outstanding program. Bethune-Cookman is an outstanding program. These are teams that go to the regionals, every single year. Those guys, all you have to do is look over there. First of all, their head coach is an incredible head coach. Good friend of mine was at Stetson, was at Clemson. This guy was assistant coach at Clemson for 8 years. He's doing a heck of a job over there for Winthrop. And you look at their facility, go on their homepage, check out that baseball stadium they have. It's awesome. It's incredible. So they got a great tradition, a great program. So the bottom line is in college baseball, you just got to show up and play. And that's kind of one of the things that makes college baseball, pretty neat. You just got to go out there and play the game, and anything can happen. But they're a great team, and we're expecting another tough game tomorrow night.
You guys were fortunate to get that win tonight, as you said, haven't really been hitting the last 3 games. I think it was 16 consecutive batters without a hit at one point.
Yeah.
What has to be done differently?
I mean, I think it's a couple things. I think like anything, hitting, pitching, anything, it can be somewhat contagious. That's the truth. People talk about it in baseball. It's kind of a phrase, a silly phrase, but it's true. I think it's like that in any sport. Sometimes it just takes the big hit and kind of get everybody going and relax a little bit. And listen, everybody in the dugout knows that we haven't scored in a couple innings before the hit. I don't have to tell them. And if you get mad and you get uptight, then it's not going to happen. You just got to relax. We talk about winning the last 3 all the time, and we just sat around the dugout. I said, guys, everybody relax. This is what you play for. 0-0 game. It's our home field. Let's win the last 3. We got Lively, Matulis, and Davis. Let's go. Somebody get the big hit. Let's get out of here. That's got to be the confident attitude and mentality you have. If you're worried about it, you're never going to hit. We're going to hit. We're going to be fine. Got a great lineup. Every team in the country at some point in the year, you're going to struggle in one aspect of your game. It's just the way baseball is. We play 56 games, and hopefully today that big hit got us kind of rolling a little bit. Let's relax a little bit, get some confidence out there, and hopefully that'll get us going.
Kind of talk about this outing a little bit. The pressure was on. There was zeros on the board. For much of the game, you knew you needed to keep on. Putting those guys down. Talk about the mindset as the game. Going into the later innings.
I was locked in the whole game. It could have been 8-0, 0-0 the whole game. I was going to have the same mentality the whole time. It started getting late in the game, then I started getting a little bit more locked in, keeping the ball lower, quit leaving it up, giving them hits. But that's pretty much it. The whole team was focused the whole time. We had no downtime, no big rallies the whole game until the 8th inning. But that's pretty much the mindset. Just everyone being focused the whole time, just chilling out.
Talk about the 6th inning. You get 2 quick outs and then bases loaded, then come back with a strikeout. Just talk about that inning.
I always seem to get myself into situations like that. I can K up the first 2 guys in 6 pitches, bases loaded. I just knuckle down. You see the guy on third base. My mind says I'm not letting him score. I'm leaving these runners out here. So I just bear down, do my thing.
Pierre Pont seemed to be matching you pitch for pitch for the first 7 innings. Did that kind of motivate you to come out and bring your best stuff inning per inning?
Yeah, it did. The guy was good. He was filling the strike zone up. We couldn't hit him in the beginning of the game. But, as I said before, I was locked in the whole time, and I realized we were going to compete the whole game.
I guess it's your 3rd start, your 3rd week of the season. Where would you kind of grade yourself right now? Are you pretty happy with your performance to this point?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy. I can get the ball down a little bit more and quit struggling with that first batter going 3-2 every game, but I'm pretty happy with it.
Does this kind of feel like a conference game in some respects, a tight ball game? They're going to be like that when you start conference in a few weeks.
Yeah, in a way. A little bit. I don't know. Definitely is a Friday night. Definitely is typical Friday night. Everybody going 0-0, run, could be a 1-run ball game every Friday. So yeah, I definitely did feel like that.
You've had 3 great outings here so far, but your player's pretty tough on himself. So what's that one thing you're going to work on to kind of improve for next game?
Just keeping the ball low. When I seem to struggle, the ball goes up, and that's when they get hits. But once I keep the ball low, I seem to always just cruise. So I'm going to keep on working on that and just roll with it.
Thanks. Talk about that 8th inning.
Yeah, well, it all started with Matos and his big walk, big at bat, and then Barb coming up with a big steal, and then just all went from there.
It was big when you got up. A 1-run game. You hope that would be enough. But you had a pretty big at bat. A couple more runs came in. Just talk about your thought process and getting that big hit.
Yeah, well, Hempy got the big hit. It took all the pressure off of me. I had Travis Shreve in my ear in right field telling me to man up and get a hit finally. I was struggling all game, but, I just, try to do whatever it takes just to get those 2 runs in.
Was Travis Shreve that's talking to you? I didn't even notice
he was out there in right field yelling in my ear telling me to man up and get it done.
So all the credit goes to Travis, right?
All the credit goes to Travis Shreve.
You're batting in the 2nd spot now. How do you like that compared to being the leadoff hitter?
I feel like it's not much different. I'm just trying to play my game, still trying to be aggressive. I'm pretty much a first pitch swinger. Just I like the fastballs, but still trying to stay aggressive. Try to play my game. All high school I batted 2nd. My whole life I batted 2nd. So I'm really comfortable in the 2nd spot. But if coach needs me at 1, it's no big deal. I'll do it.
I'm sure it was a tense 48 hours in the clubhouse after that loss to Bethune-Cookman. What did you guys work on the last couple of days and really try and focus in on to get a win tonight?
We just try to play fundamental baseball, like Coach Rudy says. We've been shying away from that. We haven't been making plays. We haven't been getting the big clutch hits. Hempy today, he got the clutch hit for us. But we just try playing fundamental baseball today and just make the routine plays.
Is hitting contagious? That was the word that Coach Rooney just used. About the hitting coming around. Sometimes one guy kind of starts off. Do you think you just need to put together a string of some good innings and then everything will kind of turn around?
Yeah, absolutely. as soon as you see other people getting hits, you know, it just pretty much just takes pressure off of you, because you don't want to be trying not to be the first one getting the hit, but you know, you just try to play with your teammates, try to get behind them. As you see them getting it done, then you got to get it done.
Jojo, you were on deck when Eric got that big hit to give you guys the initial first run. I looked over at the dugout, and it almost looked like you guys won the 9th inning. Like, there was guys getting ready to jump over the railing.
Yeah.
What was it like on the bench? I know you were just on deck circle, but what was it like for you guys to be able to just jump up front?
I know once Lively got out of the big inning, you know, we all came in. Matulis and Talladay, you know, they all got us together and just told us to, you know, play our game. You know, just don't help the pitcher out. And I mean, you know, dugout's always with us. You know, they're trying all different things with rallies, but you know, I mean, I'm on deck. I heard them go crazy. You know, I'm trying to get Barber to get in. You know, tell him whether to slide or not. I feel like he heard them, whether he didn't even hear me. But yeah.